Wanted to do a quick video on the gray water system on my van. I've got a Delta SO bar faucet here, just a little bit smaller than a kitchen faucet. It works out really nicely going into a small stainless bar sink. Underneath I've got a Bosch water heater and just a 5-gallon jug. And I've taken the 5-gallon jug and put some pass-throughs that I got on Amazon. They're made for rain buckets. They're working out really well. Got one at the top and one at the bottom. Sealed up real nicely, and I've bought some different copper bits to kind of piece this together, and I'm pretty pleased with the result here. So as this gray water tank fills up, I can have this valve turned off and it'll fill up until it gets to the top, about 5 gallons, and then it'll overflow into this tube and it'll go down and goes straight out and then out under the van. This whole unit lifts right up out of here. So this is just a rubber hose that fits into a piece of PVC in the floor, and it's a nice snug fit, so it's airtight. Then the hose extends about 2 inches out of the bottom of the van. So when I want to drain it, I can drain it into a bucket if we're at a site where we don't want to dump it on the ground. Of course, it's going to be biodegradable soap and just water. It won't be anything bad in there. We can drain it into a bucket and take it out into the woods, or we can dump it in a gray water area, or we can keep it on board. The expansion, thermal expansion valve for the water heater also pipes straight to that side. So these are both south of the valve. So no matter what position the valve's in, these are both going to drain out of here. And this overflow drain also serves as a vent, so that while I'm filling up the sink with the through this P-trap here, it's not causing any kind of vapor lock. Some plumbing types might complain about my thermal expansion valve going to vinyl hose because it's not to code, and under certain circumstances that could be a lot of water pressure and heat for the hose. But in my instance, I have this set on a timer. We run it for 5 minutes, just enough to warm up the water, and there's really no way the thermal expansion valve is going to get activated, and if it does, it's just going to drain out. I'm not concerned with the ramifications. It's just to keep it from draining onto the floor. I doubt it could ever go thermal. So when this is full, or when we want to drain it and we're in a convenient spot, just open the valve and the tank drains. Anyway, I thought it was a pretty clean setup, and if I want to disconnect and remove the whole gray water tank for cleaning, it's just a simple hose connection right here. Take that out, pull the lid off of this, and the whole thing lifts out. So it's really easy to remove and service, and if I ever wanted to replace this container, I've got several more of them, and all I have to do is finagle the nut for both of these through the hole, which is a little bit of a pain, but worked out nicely. Let me know what you think and what you've done for your gray water setups on your vans. I'd be interested to hear it. And if you got any questions, post them in the comments. Have a good one.